Hi, this is Alex at KGL Editorial. I'm bringing you an installment in the KGL PeerWise Video Insight series. Today I want to talk about what editorial boards can do to foster equity, diversity, and inclusion in their journals. An important first step is to understand unconscious bias and critically examine assumptions. Affinity bias, for example, is the tendency to favor people who share similar interests, background, and experiences. Confirmation bias is people's tendency to process information by looking for or interpreting information that is consistent with their existing beliefs. Biases are frequently thought of in relation to race, gender, and country of origin, but can also be related to institutional background and may even be topical. For instance, an editor may be biased against research that conflicts with their own beliefs or widely held beliefs in the field. Editorial boards can help combat unconscious biases by discussing them as a group and proactively deciding to give extra consideration to authors, reviewers, and research topics that fall outside of the typical norms for their journal. Another area editorial boards can consider is non-inclusive language and images. There are a variety of online guides to recognizing non-inclusive language and images, such as that published by the Coalition for Diversity and Inclusion in Scholarly Communications. The C4DISC guide provides examples of terminology which should be avoided, along with neutral alternatives in a variety of areas such as race, gender, health, age, and others. The guide also explains how to evaluate non-inclusive images and provides recommendations for ensuring charts, tables, and other content are accessible for all readers. The article commissioning process can be a powerful way to help diversify journal content. Editors can actively seek diverse authors when inviting editorials, commentary, blogs, and podcast guests. Editors can avoid commissioning pieces with an all-male author lineup by inviting a mix of genders to take part. Editorial boards can also review instructions for authors and ensure the journal is appropriately encouraging diversity. For example, authors can be asked to consider involving co-authors from underrepresented groups. To increase the diversity of reviewer pools, consider updating public-facing resources to encourage authors to recommend reviewers from underrepresented backgrounds. Editors can seek out diverse reviewers by going outside of their existing database to look for experts from underrepresented universities or countries. Many journals have had success attracting new reviewers by encouraging co-reviewing and reviewer mentorship as a good way of helping new reviewers gain experience. A good strategy for ensuring long-term success is to appoint a lead editor for diversity and inclusion. Such an editor can review processes and work with the editor-in-chief to set priorities, raise awareness of unconscious bias amongst the editorial team, develop strategies that will diversify authorship, peer review, editorial teams, and the advisory board, monitor and increase diversity amongst author and peer reviewer groups, and drive initiatives that will keep these important areas at the top of the agenda. Thanks so much for listening, and please reach out to us if you'd like to learn more.